the main thing about it is, you know, when you're writing a comic book, the visual aspect of horror and terrible acts has to be really immediate. I think psychologically on a TV screen, you can do things which are just as bad, if not worse. I think what someone can do with you and your mind and your fear and what you can play into that, particularly as a man who leads a community, and we can play with your complete paranoia. That I would say is right up there with what happens in the comic book. It might be delivered in a different way, but it's no less frightening and reprehensible, perhaps.
I would say Michonne is a woman who, she's an intense and very able woman who many described as sort of a warrior sense, but really she's very capable and self-reliant, and she's figured out she's recreated herself in a sense in this time of absolute dire apocalyptic shutdown into a very formidable, capable individual. And she does have, extreme ways of looking at things sometimes. She acts in ways that sometimes are reactive versus responsive or very strategic, but she is very guarded at the same time. She's very specific about who she exposes herself to, and she's very instinctual. And yeah, she's a woman of several mysteries.
I think the big difference between the governor and Rick's character is that the governor, because of the security he's built around himself, he has time. He can contemplate the future. He can think about the future. He can plan it. Whereas Rick's group are trying to get just through tonight, just make sure we survive today. They're thinking in those small terms. And the governor has bought himself time that he can start thinking, we can expand here. There is a bigger ideology about me, my people, going forward into the future. They're starting anew. They're under no illusions that the fate of the human race might come down to them. And that is a heady mix of power that you can have right there. And then what he does with that is what gets him. But I think that's what he's feeling all the time, is that sense of power of being the man who runs this place.
Yeah, I think that she's just one of those people who's very, very pragmatic, and she's very strong-willed, and I think that it's about that. Who do you become when things get this dire? How do you adjust? And I think some people are quicker to adjust and adapt to realities.